Bodega Boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here today for a sad occasion. We have lost one of our greatest entertainers to ever come out of the BX. Joel Martinez, aka the Kid Nova, Kid Mero, excuse me, choked up, aka the Lucy Newport. I can't. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry. Thank you, Victor. Thank you. Let's try to get through this. I just want to thank everyone for Showtime, from MTV2, Not Vice, for coming out to this. And, you know, I just want you to know, Mero, he was a lover, he was a fighter, he was a sucio, he was a masturbator. But at the end of the day, one thing he loved more than anything, more than comedy, more than his children, more than his wife, was stealing shit. And sadly, COVID have stolen Mero from us. Why not me, Lord? Why not Praz? Anyway, I only got the Zoom window for 30 minutes, so you could put your condolences in the chat, and yeah, just gonna open up the floor to. What the heck? What? My God! Is that Mero? Is that Mero music? Is that Mero music?
Baby, I'm back from Corona.
It's a miracle. It's a miracle. Oh wow!
That's right. Yo, wow! I'm doing the Schmurda dance on my coffin. What's up?
He's dancing on top of his coffin. This is wild. I've never seen anything like this. Wow.
Yeah. How you feel?
Look at that. Mero and Dr. Fauci are doing the woo dance on top of the casket. This is great. Woo, whoop-dee.
Whoop-dee.
You know he's addicted to glue cheese. Oh, wow. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We out here. Gang shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my nigga Tony. He got me the shot early. We regenerate.
Apparently Mero's alive, so I guess we'll do another episode of the podcast.
Let's do this shit, baby. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? Before I die again, let's go, baby.
Excuse me, I just want to know who's going to pay for this insurance for the medical stay for Mero.
David Nevins, nigga, holla, peace.
We out. Peace out. Do the job.
You're listening to The Audio Art, the most dangerous podcast in the universe. Do the drop.
All the way live from the galaxy. What is it? The Milky Way. We don't rep the Milky Way enough. So all the way live from the Milky Way is the world's, the universe's most requested podcast.
Uh-huh.
Why? Because y'all don't know how to act. Because y'all were raised by West Indians, and y'all hopping on the internet like game goofies begging for a podcast. Y'all on the internet asking two men for another podcast? Wow. So wait. So like, you miss the feeling of just having two men whispering in your ear while you handle your business? That's what you like.
Yo, so you just in the shower, butt naked, lathering up, listening to
doing it like that?
Two niggas talk to you, like
put a little lotion on your balls while Mero sings the song and I giggle. Like, is that? Do you consider this a date? That's right. The Sucio Boys are back for episode 239. Wow. That's a lot. Goddamn. As always, coming to you live. Still coming to you live from our respected abodes. You know why? Because there's a pandemic going on. That's right. I didn't say pandemic. I said a pandemic. But me and Mero beat it. We both got our vaccinated shots. From where? You know what it is. VIM on Fordham Road. I got that. And I got the wow. I got a bubble leather. You can't tell me nothing. Yo,
you get your vaccine, you get a free pair of mountain gears.
I'm picking up a tennis skirt for my shorty when she gets off the island because she had to stab a bitch. So, you know, it's all good. Just Bronx love. Because, you know,
regular.
When you fall in love in the Bronx.
That's when the blessings come in.
That's right.
Blessings come in.
That's right.
Speaking of blessings coming in, if they come in, they got to come out. And we're going to take a moment of silence. Not for Mero. He didn't die. But love died because we are no longer waiting for tonight.
No.
We're no longer getting right. We are no longer getting loud. In fact, we're getting quiet. Let's get quiet.
Let's get silent.
Because J-Lo and A-Rod, like a Bronx, Puerto Rican, Dominican couple, have made it official because they have broken up for the 75th time, and legally you have to break up.
Yeah.
The 75th time. You can't. Everyone's tired of this. We're tired of the Facebook updates. Tired of the subs on the Instagram story talking about yo, I could do bad by myself. Like, all right, we get it.
Okay. All right.
Henny.
Wow.
Wow.
You think you know somebody?
Wow. He responds by like just playing a Future song in his story. Like, wow.
Oof.
Disrespect. The disrespect.
That's the ultimate. Yo, Future is like, for dudes is like Drake for ladies out here. You know what I'm saying? When they're like,
Yeah.
oh my ladies, if you feel me, help me sing it out.
That was a weird relationship because it's like, oh wow, come on, don't do that. I was googling J-Lo's net worth, and they was like, you want to know how much Ray J is worth? And I was like, why?
No.
How did Ray J catch a straight? Google, don't do that.
Don't do that. He's worth guap though, I heard.
But they're saying that, wow, come on, you can't break up a couple like that, bro. Their estimated net worth, how much you think it is?
It's got to be over combined.
Yeah,
Over $1 billion.
a billion, yeah. And then the worst part is she had more than him, so you know she wasn't taking him seriously. You know that. You know, she was walking in the living room just changing the channel. Like, what you watching? Yikes!
You thought, nigga.
You thought.
Like Rikers, nigga. Like, yo, nigga, that's we watching
My
novellas.
house. He was like, yo, go downstairs, get my DoorDash, nigga. He's like, oh, wow.
Wow. Okay, that's how you feel.
Wow. She's just taking like his 09 Victory baseball and like playing it with her poor Pomeranians with it. Like, yo, catch this. Yo.
He's like,
Look, I'm Jeter. Watch the jump throw.
He's like, baby, that was my World Series ball. That's my World Series ball. Why would you do that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I feel like someone who never worked with Junior Vasquez said something. He's like,
Wow. Oh, wow.
okay, wow.
That was very. I worked with a Junior Vasquez actually. He was my hitting coach in high school. All right.
Waiting for you and your broke ass to get the fuck out of my house. Waiting for like I'm like, wow. It's one thing if someone who's worth like $40,000 start shit on you. If someone worth $400 million start shit on you, you gotta get the. I feel like it's like. Yeah, you gotta get the blicky. I feel like it's like understood that like if you're mad about your girl, your spouse, whatever, making more money than you, then that's like toxic masculinity. But I didn't even go hold you, bro. Like back in the day, it is toxic masculinity, but you have to, as a reminder, remember toxic masculinity is something that only exists on Twitter, so you don't have to worry about.
Listen, I'm gonna be real.
My connection froze.
Yeah, I'm be real. I was feeling away. Like back in the day, Heather used to make significantly more money than your boy. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, you know what? I am going to do wild illegal things to make up the difference. And she was like, that's not a good idea because I'm pregnant.
Yeah, I ain't never had no bitch covering me, man. Fuck that, bro. Self-made. Even though self-made means I couldn't pay the rent, but I was like, at least I could not pay my rent on my own. They was like, that's legally not what an adult does. They ask for help, and I was like, nope, don't need no help. That. All right, because you know what? Technically, you can never be homeless if you're a real nigga. Because I know a program where they give you a free house, 3 meals a day. Mm-hmm. It's called incarceration. So it's whatever.
Boom. I gotta go just to get my teeth fixed.
I would get locked up with my cat in the carrier and my dog in the carrier. Like, officer, can I pick myself?
First come, first serve.
Me and Meryl are running for mayor of New York City, and we're coming out with a new app where it's called a bookings app. Mm-hmm. If you know you're gonna be wilding this weekend, you can reserve your favorite cell in any of the central bookings. Mm-hmm. It's like Hotel Tonight, but for criminals, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could
think about it. What if you got arrested in 06 and you was like drawing on the wall and the shit was kind of fly, and then you got to go to court. You didn't get a chance to finish it. You could go back and finish it. You could update it. You could be like, yo, Mirror 06. Yo, I'm back at 21. Real niggas only.
Yo.
Other debates be like, oh wow. See, that would change how people act in jail. Jail should be a nice place. I think
jail should be chill. Jail should be like day camp.
When you come into jail, because they're like, oh. They call it intake. They got metal detectors. Niggas is mad. Aggie, no. When you come in, it should be like a picture of like lemon water.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe some fresh orchids.
You know, maybe like some cheese, a little lounge for people, you know, de-stress. Just calm
Like
down.
some chill
Listen.
music, you know what I mean? Like chill vibe type of music,
Yeah.
like instrumental, like
Attendee,
head
an
candy.
attendee comes over. No more COs. An attendee comes over like, hey, I know you had a long day. You got arrested for a crime. Don't even worry about that. I'm going to help you get your mind off of that, okay?
It's fine.
Quick question, blood, crip, or nieta? And they're like, oh,
Actually, Trinitario. So
Trinitario. We'll give you the Trinitario package. Wonderful, wonderful. Carol is finishing up with someone right now. What's going to happen? You're going to go to the 3rd floor, pick up a sandwich on the way. You're going to get a Juvederm injection.
Word, yo.
We might do a little, you know, hair removal because you got the unibrow. You know, I know how.
Word,
I know
word,
you
word.
guys on East Tremont go. And you know what? Over here, we probably move a little of that hair on your butt because you know what? It looks like you're getting 7 years. So I want you to be comfortable. So
yo, you know, word, yo. You know what I'm saying? I don't want niggas looking at my ass in the shower though. You feel me? Like,
that's the other thing. We need to. They've got rid of like weights and stuff in jail. Like if we put mad Pelotons and stuff in jail,
yo,
and niggas, because if people were so busy working out, they wouldn't have time to be mad.
dog. Imagine a nigga from jail leading a Peloton class.
That
Like, yo, y'all
you understand that would be the-
niggas ready?
That'd be the highest rated class. That would be the highest. First of all, you know how long it would be before everyone would be like, I love this class. It'd be like trending on Twitter and shit. And everyone at Rikers would be like, there are no Peloton bikes inside this facility. I don't know what you're talking about. No bike has ever. We run a tight ship here. Nothing gets in or out without my CO seeing what's going on.
Exactly.
Just hear like, in the background, just hear Dua Lipa like, let's get physical. He's like, next reps, let's go. Let's go.
Come on.
When I say
Resistance
correction
up
is
to
a
90.
punishment,
Resistance up to 90. Let's go. Let's go. Let's
Deep
go.
block, lock in. I want you to stab this PR like you stabbed your fellow inmate over milk. You're like, okay. all right.
Okay. All right.
The problem with that, like Midwest America would love the hell out
Oh,
of
they
that.
fuck with it hard.
They would.
hard.
Bro.
It's
Bro.
for tourism.
Bro, did you just do DJ Felon's workout? It's so great. Oh my
Yo, it's
God. Oh my
amazing.
God. It's amazing. Yeah, he's doing an artist series for Conway. It's going to be so great. I'm going to
good.
put my daughter in daycare, get a Jamba Juice, and, you know, fuck shit up. All right, Griselda. Do. You're like,
Boom, 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 boom. You got Psycho Moms in the whip like boom, 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 boom.
boop, 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 boop. She's my main bitch, so I gave her a rollie. It's like, all right, okay, all right. Okay. But no. Let's see what's going on since we last did the podcast. Since we last did the podcast, COVID hit. Biden became president. Trump died. Let me see what else.
Yeah. Obama took over in Cuba.
That's right. Oh, peace to the homie. The scam god died.
Oh.
Bernie Madoff.
Bernie Madoff.
I think
Yo.
everyone's like he's going to hell. I was like, for what? He's
What'd
scared.
he do?
Like
For stealing
think-
from rich niggas? How the fuck
That
does
can't
make
be-
you evil?
that can't send you to hell. Like if anything, you can get a good lawyer and argue that at the pearly
Yeah.
gates. Like you gotta be like, like. Also, how does it work? Is it just like automatically no? Like they're like, no. You gotta be able to appeal.
There's
Like-
definitely there is. Unless you're a flight risk. You know what I'm saying? Then you gotta
Whoa.
just stay in purgatory and shit until the appeal process goes through and shit, and then shit gets tough.
That's true.
But
And there's
imagine
mad
appealing.
public defenders just waiting at the pearly gates. Like I got you. Come
I
here.
got you. They got 28 folders. Like, yo,
yo.
you're Michael Smith, right?
All right. They said you can't go in because you slandered God back in, I want to say 2015. You were listening to Tyler the Creator. Got a little carried away. But you know what? Don't even worry. I see this all the time. I'll make it disappear. Listen,
fine.
me and St. Peter, we play golf on the weekends. He owes me a favor. So
All good,
anyway.
baby.
Meanwhile, there's people in hell that people don't realize like hell has standards. If some people were outside, like, yo, there was like you was doing too much. You can't come in here. This is a
Man.
nice place.
Like,
It's
yo,
nice
you
place.
did way too much. Like, you got to go to
Like,
like
yo.
hell 2.
Just like
Hell
nah.
box 360.
Hell 2 is just CB2. It's just Crate and Barrel 2 without the furniture. It's just like ow. Why does everything have a sharp corner? Ow. Ow.
I keep stepping on Legos barefoot. Like, that's hell 2. Like, just
It's just you get to hell and it's just mad people online trying to get in, and the bouncer's like, nah, you walk in. They waiting.
No. They ain't foul enough. You super foul.
Jeffrey Dahmer's like, yo, I've been waiting for 10 years, big man. He's like, you gonna keep waiting. Look at the dress code. You in here eating niggas. What's wrong with you?
Fuck is wrong with you? Put a nigga head in the freezer?
Imagine you go to hell and say it's like, yo, you was wilding, my nigga. Like
He just
no
sits you
bullshit.
down. He's like, yo, come
He's
in.
like, yo.
Sit down.
Mhm.
Listen, I was watching you, from like 98 to like 2006.
You walk into hell and everyone's super excited because they're just like they just been waiting. They've been watching your rookie tape and shit. Niggas is all excited. You're like Zion for hell.
Yeah,
They're like, you walk in.
got a mixtape.
Like, oh shit,
Nigga
that's
got a
him.
highlight
Oh,
tape.
shit. Oh shit. Niggas is like, oh shit, the Kid Mero. Oh, yo, big fan. Yo,
son.
Wow.
Yo, you punch an old man in the face and robbed him? Yo, that's wild evil.
Easy. That's
That's
like
ill.
Satan getting mad tight. Like, this nigga trying to steal my shine and shit.
Wow, this nigga think he evil? All right.
He's like, all right, I got
All right. All right.
Yo, big man, 1-on-1 in Hell's Madison Square Garden, which is the same Madison Square Garden. It's the same Madison Square Garden. It's absolutely no difference. I believe you just use a different entrance on the mezzanine, but
They give you a stale pretzel when you walk in.
he's playing 21, but Satan plays with all the rules. I'm like, come on.
God.
He's like, 3 seconds. 3 seconds.
Yo.
Ah, come on.
Yo, illegal defense. I'm like, yo, fam, what
Ooh.
is that?
I'm like, come on, you can't do that. He's like, whoa. This ball's not officially inflated. That's technical. You're like, I'm like, wow. So it's not you're evil. You're just a dick. He's like, you heard. He's like, you know what I like to do? I like to pull out the charger a little bit on people's phones, so when they wake up, they think their phone is fully charged, and it's not, and they're frustrated. What if it's not like really bad? He just does pranks. He's just original. He's just the original Impractical Joker. Yo.
He's in hell just telling niggas. He's like, yo. He's like, yo, tell your girl that her jeans make her look kind of chunky.
He's like, all right, God, tell your son you're gonna cut him in half. Just go with it. Yeah.
Just do it.
All right.
Do it.
All right. Now give the apple to Eve. Give the apple to Eve. She's gonna eat it. Just can't believe it. It's so funny. It's fucking funny, bro. Bro, she's eating an apple. Are you fucking?
Oh my God,
kidding me?
she's
She's eating an apple. She's eating a fucking apple. Who eats a fucking apple from a steak? Oh my fucking God. Oh my God. All right. Here comes the husband. Tell the husband she ate the apple. Oh my God. It's hilarious.
Oh my God. Oh God. We could all have been in paradise for this dumb broad.
You know how tight you gotta be to throw out a naked woman out of a house out of a residence for eating an apple? That's a Judge Judy episode right
That
there.
better be the most fire apple ever, nigga. Like that apple better be signed by by fucking DMX and like Benjamin Franklin and like Obama. Like
we gotta do the math. What if that was the first apple ever? Like that? Maybe we don't know all the facts. Like, and we're like, oh God, he's like, fam, I threw them out of like Garden of Eden, and I've made sure humans die. There had to be something special about that. It was a supreme apple. Shit was dead.
oh yeah,
Wow.
God had it like on top of his like desk and shit with like the Cause Hennessy bottle, and she just ate it.
He came in,
He's
he
like,
saw
yo,
like
you
a
ate my
box on the
Supreme
floor
apple?
shit. Yo, are you serious? That was one of one.
Yo,
Like, yo,
you know how long I had to wait in line for that shit?
I hate this because this means God is the wild hype beast. Like, you don't want to, yo, fam, you don't want to get to the pearly gates and it's like it just says heaven because Virgil designed it. You're like, nah.
Stop.
Send me to purgatory.
No.
Send me to purgatory.
He's like, yo, here's your wing. Nigga shit says wings. Like, yo,
Wings.
come on, dog.
But no, he designed them so they're like wings made of Swiss cheese. He's like, I changed the paradigm. You're like,
Damn. I can't suck your fire with Swiss cheese wings, nigga.
We're getting rid of the rings above your head. Here's a fedora. You're like, oh
God.
my God.
So now I just look like Guy Fieri with Swiss cheese wings. Thank you.
What is this? This
Thank
used to
you.
be a nice eternal sunset. What happened to this place?
Bro, I feel like a fucking incel. Let's make it a sandwich.
It's whack. Oh, what else happened this week? Recipes DMX.
Yo,
Recipes
Dark
Darkman
Man
X.
X. You know what I'm saying?
The black albino who's coming through like a rhino. You know
You know
the
what I mean?
vibes.
He brings beef to niggas and strings them up like spaghetti.
Yes. Also, shout out to all of y'all who have stories about DMX and doing the math about your age and where you grew up. I would like to say you're fucking lying.
You're
like
full of
you full of shit. You was not listening to that shit, nigga. Stop
You were
it. Stop
absolutely
it.
full of shit.
You was not listening to fucking DMX when you was like in fucking I don't know, Arkansas. I don't know.
Second grade in Arkansas.
Arkansas. No. There's people who's just like, oh, I grew up on this. I was like, no, you didn't. Stop it. Stop it. Right? And I'm not talking about, you know who grew up on it, but every now and then you see someone on Twitter and you're like, all right, relax. And then you got people. There was people popping into my IG talking about why you didn't make a post about it, and I was like, because I'm a grown adult who doesn't do stuff like that on IG for clout. Like,
Yeah.
fuck?
Like, what do you
Also, who runs around looking to see if other people posted memorials for people? That's
weird.
weird.
That's even
super
weirder
weird.
than like being like, yo, how much you make?
Yeah, yeah.
It's just as rude.
It's just as rude as like, yo, bro, can I finger pop your wife? Like that kind of thing. Yeah.
That's mega rude.
I believe we have to use a different term than rude for that. That is a get to strap request.
Yo, I would definitely get this trap. Some nigga be like, yo, let me finger with your wife. Yo, Mark, I go try to do it. I'm fuck it. I feel like the statute of limitations has passed on that. I almost duffed that nigga the fuck out.
I mean, he was looking out for you. He saw you under stress and he was trying to help. You know. It could have been worse. He could have been like,
That
what if I give you...
nigga's sinuses was under stress, nigga, from all that perico, nigga. That's what was under stress. Fuck out of here.
What if he had just given you he should have gave you the rhino from the Echo logo.
That's what I'm saying.
Just
Like,
trying to
that's
have,
like, yo,
just trying to have that shit in your Bronx
disrespected
apartment.
me.
Like, Arr.
Is that in front of the building? Like, yo, just snorting at niggas, like kicking up
Niggas
dust.
just feeding the rhino dinner table scraps. Like, yo,
Yeah,
here,
like
here.
Newport butts and shit. Like, yo, I guess it's what y'all eat. I don't know.
The rhino got to pull you to the side. Like, yo, fam, I eat 8 times a day.
Yeah.
No disrespect. This Alpo, that shit is wild disrespectful, my nigga.
Yo,
Like,
fam.
at least some Ukanuba. Come on,
Come
man.
on, dog. You really getting me the pedigree, the big bag of pedigree from Target, nigga? You fucking my whole shit up.
I'm like, come on, Mr. Rhino, stop complaining. Anyway, we're going to Fordham. Let me get on your back.
Yeah. Smacking nigga on the ass, like, yo, giddy up.
If NYPD sees you riding a Rhino, it's not ending well. It's not ending
Yo,
well.
fam. If they see you riding a rhino, they send them the rhinos at you. Like,
Sheesh.
you gotta
Shout out
take
to
cover behind the
NYPD.
rhino.
Shout out to NYPD doing their job today because apparently somebody came to New York from Ohio, was just chilling, charging his phone with an unloaded AK-47 in Times Square, and he had ammo in his backpack. And when the cops approached him, he was like, the ammo's in the backpack, it's not in the gun. What's the problem, officer? Which works outside of New York. Not so much in New York. So,
Bro, I can't walk around Times Square with a fucking popsicle.
exactly.
Like, what the fuck is this nigga walking around with a fucking with a fucking AK? Nah,
But
bro.
see, people come to New York and they don't they forget they bring guns with them because they can legally carry them, and they get here with a gun. They'll land in like JFK, LaGuardia or some shit, and then it's no problem because you legally could have got on the plane with the gun where you took off at. But when they try to take the gun home, or they get stopped at JFK, and then they're like, "Oh, my fault, officer. I didn't know." And the officer's like, "No, that's not how it works. That's 3 years, my friend.
Yeah.
That's
You
3
bought,
years."
you bought your chopper from fucking
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Tallahassee.
But as we all know, it's not really 3 years. You can get that thrown out or reduced. It's a mandatory, but anything mandatory is wink, wink, nudge, nudge. How much do you pay your lawyer?
Yeah,
You know the
exactly.
vibes. You know the vibes. They'll get you out of it.
Listen,
Worst come to worst, you can get like a felony on your record. But if you're rich, you don't give a shit about it. What do you care? What's a felony gonna stop you? You're not looking for a job. It's not gonna affect your credit.
that actually might boost your shit. Like if
You
you're in
know?
entertainment, like yo, I caught a felony. I bought an AK to JFK. That's a bar. You know what I'm saying?
That is a bar, but you have to make that a hook. You can't just use that once.
Yeah.
Right? That's too much.
I bought a nigga thugged out. Bought an AK to JFK. AK to JFK. Nigga, what? AK
And then
to
I ran
JFK.
away on the Mandalay Bay. Hey. And they're
Yeah.
like, what? He was like, what's JFK? It's like, it's an airport in New York, friend. It's an
Yeah.
airport in a friend. They're like,
I shoot
"Oh,
off a
didn't know."
party right in front of LaGuardia. Like niggas like, oh, this nigga got bars.
I
Like
hit
do
you
some
like
Papoose
Dax
shit,
right
just
at
rap about every
LAX. Like, yo,
airport. We gotta do a Papoose song where we just rap about every airport in alphabetical order.
just right. Because listen, my AK sprays from JFK. Because listen, I don't want to Ardia when I hit you in the Ardias in front of LaGuardia. Yo, and even he know I be in Teterboro. You're like, oh, wow. Ooh,
Y'all
we're
niggas
doing
scared
lyrics.
when I touch down in O'Hare. Like,
Wow,
oh,
we're
bro.
doing lyrics, huh? Ooh,
Huh?
ah,
Ooh, wow.
ooh.
Lyricism? Okay.
Ooh, let me go into the hip hop slider sessions and turn that shit down. Okay.
Put the sliders on 10. Put the
Okay.
real hip hop sliders on 10, please.
Ow.
Not 99.
Ow. So shout out to airports and people. That's the new airport rap is the new wave. It's
Yep.
big. I believe the Baby just dropped a new layover album because
Yep.
of the pandemic. People aren't flying, so they're recreating the experience,
The experience of flying. Yeah.
of flying. So you got,
I mean?
wow, this should be a rap group called TSA, and then
Yo.
like their story could be like they're all TSA agents in the daytime. Remember there were
Word.
cops that did that, and they would rap.
Nigga, the TSA, they get together, then they drop an album called Pressurized Cabin. Woo! Fire.
Mm-hmm.
Fire for the streets.
TSA, like, yo, niggas, we go through your luggage and shit. They just slide in a CD into your shit. You're like, instead of the note that's like, yo, we checked this. They're like, yo, please peep this fire shit. You're like,
Yo, it's real hip hop.
but then they could get you because if they find you with some legal shit, they're like, nigga, I'm gonna jam you up unless you listen. I'm gonna need 10,000 listens on Spotify. I'm gonna check at the end of the shit. So,
I
suck.
got you, bro.
Suck.
It's a 6-hour flight. I'm gonna just put the shit on repeat. I got you.
Okay, all right, you got that. They just playing that shit at JFK while they in the fucking areas where they're searching people and shit. It's like, yo, you know this song? Yo, this shit go. Yo, who sings this song? Oh, it's yo, that's Agent Fresh. You're like, yo, Agent Fresh can spit.
What?
You look on the name tag, it just says Fresh. You're like, oh,
Like,
okay.
that's you.
That's you. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. So all your songs are about stuff in the airport. So, the name of the album is Hudson News. Oh. Okay.
Wow.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yikes.
All right.
Okay.
Where do I cop? Terminal? Which terminal?
What this interlude? Oh, this interlude is Shake Shack at Gate 52. Whew. Very specific.
Rough.
Very specific.
Very rough.
Okay. All right.
All the fucking song titles sound like Drake titles. Like, yo, Denver, 11:03 p.m. Like,
It's
what
like,
is
yo.
what? What? What does that mean?
Your flight got moved. I'm like, what? What?
Oh wow! Wow!
Wow.
Wow! Yo, the
I'm in
bathroom
the
is occupied.
airport and all the places to get food are closed. You're like, oh wow, it's a sad
Wow,
song.
Damn, dog. I had to lay over, had to sleep on the floor next to a Yakubian. Like, damn, dog, it's rough. White people will bang out and sleep on the floor in the airport. They don't give a fuck, dog.
I've done that. I mean, there's no because they don't want you sleeping on the chairs. So
I don't.
hit the
I'm like,
floor.
fuck y'all niggas. I'm sleeping on this chair. Like, who gonna
I
check
like to
me?
get. I'm getting back on my booking shit. That's how you gotta sleep in the airport. Let niggas know. You be like, oh shit, is that Jesus sleeping on the floor? That's a wild dude. It's like, yeah, nigga, what's up? So don't approach for an autograph. Don't approach for no picture. I'm sleeping on the floor because I just had a Bloody Mary at 7 a.m. Leave me the fuck alone, okay? All right.
Yo,
It humbles you because when you sleep on the floor, when you wake up, you're disoriented. You don't know where you're at, and you could either be in an airport or be in bookings. It's a toss up.
yeah,
It's a
nah.
toss up.
It's always bookings for me. Like, I haven't slept in airports enough to know. Like, yo, like I wake up on the floor, I'm automatically like, oh man, I'm in the tombs. What happened? Did I punch somebody at pianos? What happened? Did I commit a crime? Did I rob an Uber?
Robin Ubers.
Yeah. Shout out to John Boehner taking Uber pools. I read that shit. somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, the motherfucker is so technologically deficient that he didn't know, like, his default setting was Uber pool. So he
Yep.
was just like, he told, like, one of his staffers, like, yo, fam, every time I get into in an Uber, like, somebody else gets in an Uber. Why? And then they
Yeah,
had to
he
tell him, like, yo,
was-
fam, because you.
He was doing that for a month because he didn't have a driver anymore because he's no longer a government employee. So he
Uh-huh.
got to take the Uber.
You still got the pineal skin. Cry a little bit.
Yeah, he's starting a weed business, so shout out to him. You know, just after making weed laws and locking niggas up, now he's cashing it out on
Oh, wow.
it.
Must
So
be nice. Must be nice. If you got arrested for weed like more than 5 times, you should have like that should be like a line skipping coupon. You know what I'm saying? Or like time certain. Like, yo, you don't gotta fill out these forms. You could rock. You could sell trade
Yeah,
bags
NY
in front of your building.
yeah, NYPD is like, yeah, I don't fucking think so, my guy. I don't fucking think so.
Like,
They
how the
wanted to
fuck
have
we
a
supposed to
program-
make any money here, pal? Huh?
They had a program. Remember, it was like controversial. They were like, they wanted to give you like a card if you got stopped and frisked, and you get a punched each time. And I guess you get something. I think if you get stopped and frisked 10 times, you automatically should be allowed to become a cop. Because who knows how to be a cop better than someone who got stopped and frisked 10 times?
100%. 100%.
And also, shout out to everyone listening to this. You're like, Jesus, they stopped doing stop and frisk. Shut the fuck up.
No,
Like,
you didn't.
stop. Stop questioning anything I say on this podcast. I don't give a shit what you people think. And also, it's true. We live in New York. We don't care what you people think because you know what? It's true. As someone who's gotten stopped and frisked and stopped. Matter of fact, it was worse because the cops came out. They had they did a TikTok dance. They were like, "We're going to frisk and shout, frisk and shout." I was like, "Oh, here we go." Bop babaloo bop bop bamboo. Get on the wall, you Negro. Get on the wall, you Negroes. Woo! I was like, did it get stopped in the 50s? I
Yo,
was like, oh,
nigga said,
no,
stop.
you got.
Frisky time.
like-
Whoa. Niggas the cup in your balls like, whoa.
It's like, oh,
Like,
I'm
nah,
this
fam,
is-
stop.
I don't like this. I'm like, what am I being charged with? They were like, you were eating at a Woolworth lunch counter. I was like, I was what?
What?
There's
That
no
doesn't even
Woolworth.
exist.
There's no Woolworths anymore. What? They're like, actually, it was your great grand uncle. I was like, it wasn't. He was in Jamaica. You're just making
How?
up laws now. You're just making up shit. What?
My
They showed a picture. But the guy looks exactly like me, and I'm like, oh shit. Oh. Fuck. Damn, that might be me.
Damn, I'm about to do 20 joints for a cheese sandwich. You hate to see it.
I hope that was a good cheese sandwich. We need to find someone who was alive back then and find out was the food at Woolworth that good? Because think about it. Like, was it not about the food? Was it about the political statement, or was like, yo, you know what? This food is fucking fire,
shit is fire.
and I don't care if you crack my skull. I'm gonna get my fucking beans and eggs or whatever they sell them.
Well, I don't know. Chicken.
Let me get beans and eggs and an egg cream before I go back to work, and I'm gonna smoke 3 Newports on the way back, and then drive with olive martini in my car because there's no drunk driving laws. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna drive my 80,000 ton pure steel car while I'm drunk.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna be responsible. I'm not gonna drive while I'm drunk. I'm gonna let my 7-year-old daughter do it. Go ahead, Sally. She's
Go ahead, Sally.
She's like,
Steering
I
wheel.
hate this. I gotta take the cigarette out to reverse.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
The steering wheel's the size of a fucking hula hoop and shit. Like, that's the one thing that was mad unbelievable about that fucking show about Mad Men. I'm like, yo, nobody died in a car crash, fam. None of y'all niggas, man. You smoking, drinking, driving at night and shit, and not one of y'all got into like at least a fender bender. Like,
I
that's
watched one
bullshit.
episode of that show, and that's when I was just like, yo, America's dumb as shit. Because this show is
Like-
boring as fuck. And it was just like, it always strikes me the shows that America falls in love with, because it's one of those things where there are certain shows where like not everyone on Twitter is into it, and you're just like, you can respect those shows because it's usually people you respect, people who are a little smarter in their tweets, people who save their timeline for like film and stuff like that. And every now and then you got like a piece of garbage ass show that people love and they watch every fucking week, and you could just tell by the people tweeting about it the show is fucking stupid, and they get so excited about it, and then they add pieces of the show to their bio, and you know the show is terrible. And of course I'm talking about Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones was worse than COVID. I'm sorry. It took away people's time. It took away precious tweets. And that last season, you all were sitting there looking stupid because
Yo.
those writers played the fuck out of you.
Yo.
They said, we don't give a shit about you people. And you know what the worst part is? We're going to do a prequel to this, and y'all dumbasses is going to come back.
And that's gonna happen. Yo, and the
That's
wild
what's gonna
shit is
happen.
like the last season did not need to be. That didn't need to happen. Like, that was just straight cash grab, bro. Like, that was just like, yo, y'all niggas gonna pay for this shit regardless. So let's go. Like,
I'm so happy I watched that last season, because if I didn't, the show would have ended and people would be like, oh, it wasn't that bad. I'm on your asses. Because I watched that I don't know any of the background of the characters. I don't know. Everyone's like, well, this was good in season 4. Fuck season 4. We're talking about the last season, nigga. Last season sucked. All right? What's wrong with this? I don't even know what's going on. The endings was wild anticlimactic. One shorty just got crushed in rubble. The Iceman just got juked in the bodega at 4 in the morning. And I was like, coño,
that was it. That was it. That was it.
Papi, stop me.
That was
Also,
that was the shit that
also-
got motherfucking so vexed. Like, yo, this fucking stupid ice monster is invincible and crushing everybody.
All right.
No me diga. Stop me.
Against my better judgment, I'm gonna step in here and say Arya killing the Night King was like one of the most epic scenes. Look, last season was trash. I'm not gonna argue that. But her getting caught in the air, dropping the dagger, and then, shivving him essentially.
Wrong. No, I think because the season was so whack, when she did the knife trick, we was like, yo! Like, no, that was some shit you see in like
Ariel
a
Foster, if
fucking...
you're listening, like Ariel Foster even went off on Twitter when she stabbed the Night King. That nigga had it coming. It was a
Like-
shitty season, but he had it coming. Okay.
It's like, are we doing knife tricks? Are we in 7th grade in a New York City high school now? Like,
the
come
butterfly
on.
knife shit,
Like
like
butterfly knife. Like,
yo, peep it.
how much better would it have been if like she slid out a gemstone and slashed his face?
That would have been lit.
See,
White America would have been like, what? I don't
going on there?
understand.
What's going on there?
Is
The
his
only
weak
thing
spot
I-
his cheek?
She braided her hair like Pusha T, and then chopped him.
I did appreciate when Shorty got on the dragon and just started burning shit down. That was kind of fire. I like that. That's cool. And people was like, "Oh, she's hurting people," and I was like, "No. If they live in the Game of Thrones universe, I want everyone to die. Everybody. Remember when they shot the dragon in the air? Come on, nigga.
Yeah,
What was
man.
that? What was, man?
Yo, that's what I'm telling you. Like all this shit that they built up. Yeah. All this shit they built up to be like, yo, these motherfuckers are invincible. They just got killed with like toothpicks and like sneezes, like in the last season. Like, how'd you kill a fucking dragon with a spark, nigga? Yo, this fucking frozen nigga that's been terrorizing all of y'all. Y'all built a big ass wall to keep this nigga out. Y'all got night guards and all this bullshit, and this motherfucker got killed by a little bitch with a knife.
You know the
What?
vibes. Just watching it like,
You know, you're just a jerk. I mean, you're really just stupid. I mean, it's not even clever or funny or anything. It's just dumb.
the only way the ending of Game of Thrones could have been worse is if like at the end all the characters came together and was like, it's the Game of Thrones.
Hey,
Game of Thrones. Hey, it's the Game of
everybody.
Thrones. It's the Game of Thrones.
Everybody, let's
Who's
go.
that calling online #1? It's Dragon. Go Dragon. Yo, I'm a dragon. I'll be flying. I got fire and I got a wagon. Go Dragon. Go. Everyone's pop locking this shit. Like, yo.
Hey, it's a good.
The Night King is doing the woo dance. Like, ooh, ooh. Dior, Dior. Dior, Dior.
Oh, Dios.
Dior, Dior.
All I can think of them is like breaking the fourth wall and being friends. Like even the bad guy.
They're all circling around like the Pop Smoke thing, and like they're like holding each other up and like they're spraying bottles. Everyone's like, there was like, wait, Game of Thrones was in. Wait, this was in Canarsie?
What?
I was like,
What?
it's been Canarsie all this time, bro. Always was. Game of Thrones could happen in Canarsie because I've only been to Canarsie once because technically getting to Canarsie is almost impossible because it's so far away and people forget. It's like a little door opens at 7:14 that you have to go through to get to Canarsie. Otherwise, you don't get in.
Yeah, no.
People they don't mention this on the Metro North or on the MTA apps or anything like that.
It's like Narnia,
I got
for real.
there. You get there, you get off the train, it's pitch darkness, and you just see like a little door, and you got to run into it. It's true. That's why Canarsie is not scary. It's just dark all the time. Like at 3:00 in the afternoon, it's dark out there. So
Yo, as a dude who grew up in the Bronx and went to the Brooklyn. That's how you know I never went to Brooklyn at all. I went
Brooklyn?
to the Brooklyn.
Bronx residents, when we go to the Brooklyn, like that's just like getting on a flight. You wake up a couple hours early before you leave. You get your
check
passport.
the weather.
You get your vaccination shots. You water your plants. Put a little extra food in your dog bowl. You're like,
your boarding
might
pass.
not be back. You take out a little extra money just in case. You're just like, oh. You call American Express. You're like, I'll be traveling. Just want to give you a heads up in case any weird charges come. You call AT&T. You call AT&T after the roaming package.
Like,
yo,
yo, listen, I
don't want to go with my data.
Yeah, I need that $50 data boost package. I'm gonna be in a foreign land.
I just got my phone out at Broadway Junction using Duolingo, trying to like. I'm like, ¿Qué te pasa? A train? They're like, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, sí. Thank you.
Oh, yes. Yo,
Oh.
my man JB used to just, he didn't even call it Brooklyn. He was just like, yo, y'all niggas going to Marcy, Canarsie?
Oh.
Oh, we would see motherfuckers from Brooklyn be like, look at this Marcy, Canarsie ass nigga over here.
Marcy.
Yo, listen, we 90s niggas, like, I wouldn't say it was like East Coast, West Coast beef. And I don't know if it extended to like everything, but I know graffiti-wise, like, Bronx niggas and Brooklyn niggas did not fuck with each other at all. I don't know if it extended into like gang activity or whatever, but like going into Brooklyn was just like, yo, fam, you entering a danger zone. Like, don't go out there and be like, yo, I'm from the Bronx, or don't be from Brooklyn and come to the Bronx and be like, I'm from Brooklyn, because you about to get jumped.
It was different because my cousin lived in Brooklyn, so I come out with the blicky, you know the fucking vibes, and then we knew Taxes people way before, but didn't even know that was Taxes. That was way back, and then it was just like, so it was weird because it was like the thing was, as long as you wasn't stopping other niggas from getting money, they let you cook. And then also it was just like, what? I'm like, yo, I'm a Bronx nigga in Brooklyn. Like, I'm not here to take over. I'm just going to the store. Like, leave me alone. Like my aunt there's no extra toothbrushes. I gotta get a toothbrush. And I remember
relax.
I went to the bodega at night, and my aunt was like, "Why are you walking around at night? It's dangerous out here." I was like, "I'm from the Bronx, auntie." She was like, "Oh, that's right."
Oh yeah, no, you're right.
She was like, "No, it is dangerous out here because you're here now. Like, you're making Brooklyn dangerous." I was like, "Yeah, that's right. That's right, bro. That's right. Now watch it, auntie. I'm gonna go into the subway and use my mouth to suck out tokens from the turnstile. Yeah, you babies don't know about that. Yeah. That was a good way to earn a living back in the day.
Rona.
Back when Dinkins was in charge. Back in the real New York. You people don't know. My father came in from Jamaica with just my mother, one Aki, a piece of stick, and a gum. He put gum on that stick, and he stuck it inside sewers and found quarters. And using those quarters, he was able to buy a building for his family in New York City. It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
That's a lie I'm going to tell students at graduation and shit, so they feel inspired and think they'll be able to make things, but it's not. It's not. I'm like, hey, you kids graduate, and guess what? Oh, the world is fucked. You picked a terrible time to be born.
Hey.
Wow. The city is crippled from COVID. People were supposed to be working from home. Now they're forcing people back into the office. There's no Broadway. Bars are closing at midnight. This is how you live? Ew. Ooh. If I was you, I'd just, you know.
Ooh. Poverty.
They're like, could you not tell the graduates to kill themselves? And I was like, you didn't. Yeah, talk to Sherry.
I mean,
you didn't tell her
listen,
that. You didn't tell her.
You,
Talk to IDPR.
It was not.
I know what the contract said.
Listen, it wasn't in the stipulations. All you said was that I got to repost the IG at 3:55 Pacific time. That's it.
Oh shit. They're saying on Twitter that if you do more than 5 Zooms in a month, you're gonna get erectile dysfunction.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Damn.
They said the only way to check is that the next time you have a Zoom meeting with coworkers, just pull it out and ask them how it looks. That's just the easiest.
Okay.
That's just the easiest. I'm not making this up. It's an article. It's New York Times. It's written by Jeffrey Toobin. Like what?
Jeffrey Toobin.
Toobin. Baby, let's tube. Toobin, look at my meat. That's our new. Cause listen, shout out to Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak. That's Silk Sonic. Excuse me, sorry. Shout out to Victor and Anderson .Paak. You know they're killing it. That Silk Sonic shit. Listen,
yo,
we are starting a new '70s group called Toobin, and you know what? Our first song is we're doing a remake of 24K Goldens. Why You Always in the Mood? Why you always doing Quaaludes? So it's like that. Like,
why you always doing ludes?
That bro.
Acting brand new.
Could you imagine us as adults in the 70s? Jesus Christ. The coke we'd have, the STDs we have, Jesus, the Cadillacs, the furs.
Fam.
Nigga, none of my shirts would have a top button.
Nah, man.
You understand that?
Nah. But
I would have, bro. I'd be the only person. We'd be in Studio 54 with platform Tims. Like, yo.
I was like, yo, I might not even make it. I was like, yo,
no, we definitely not gonna make it. We definitely not gonna make it. But it's gonna be cool because like, future generations is gonna see us on like your aunties or your titi's mantle board. It's just like an old 70s picture of us as a choir boy. Like, back before it went bad. Like, he was such a good kid.
Yeah. And that's going to Studio 54 with.
And that's back when you could die from like real nigga shit. Like you just get stabbed in a knife fight. Like, oh shit. Like, God. Oh shit, Emmanuel Lewis stabbed me.
Fam, as a victim of a stabbing, I'm like, yo, fam, that shit is like, it's funny, but it's not funny because that shit hurts. Especially
imagine
if you
get stabbed. Imagine you get stabbed. And, listen, getting stabbed in the 70s was different because it was whimsical. Like, it was, bro. Imagine you just minding your business, right? You're not hurting nobody, and you just like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm partying tonight. You got like your afro out. Your girl, like, she got on her platform shoes and shit, and now you in the club. And you like, some guy grabs your girl's butt. And you like, yo, what the fuck are you doing, my man? He's like, yo, you want this problem? He flicks out a knife. You can't reach your knife. He stabs you. And you're like, ow. But in the meantime, this is the background music. This nigga stabbed me. It's not a good time. It is not a good time. Stop dancing.
Nah, this is my shit.
Stop.
Hey.
Diana Ross, help me. Help me.
Yo, just apply pressure. Just apply pressure till the song is over. Let's go. Hey.
Oh, shit. The paramedics can't even help you. They all skied up there. Bro. Oh, shit. Bro, he got Kool-Aid coming out of his chest.
Bro. I know you're bleeding and stuff, bro, but like, listen, I got an idea, right? It's called like an ambulance club. It's like Studio 54, but like inside an
On
ambulance.
wheels? I love that, bro.
Yeah,
I love that.
It's
That's a great idea.
like a party bus, right?
Bro, hold on. He's flatlining. Go to the back and get
where's
my
the little paddly thing?
Oh, wait. Oh, shit. That's my shit, bro. Get higher, baby. Yeah, bro.
Let's do it. Hey, you got a spoon?
Move that corpse off the damn floor. I want to do some splits. Yeah, let's go, bro. Bro, go in my medical kit, get the cocaine.
Yeah. Listen, bro. I'm gonna line up some rails.
Ow.
Don't do CPR. He might have grid.
Yeah. Wow. That's what Meryl's talking about. Don't worry about me. I'm just going to slide off with this lady over here. She says she hasn't shaved her choach in 5 years.
Ow.
She's like, yeah, I just comb it down into an afro. I'm like, what?
Oh,
we get freaky. Okay.
Yo, you know how motherfuckers be talking about like their beard connecting? Like back then, like the ass and the pussy hair was connecting. Like
back then, they used to comb. You do 100 strokes just to comb it out, make sure it's silky. Yeah, bro. Before you had sex, you had to wait for your girl to take the doobie out her pussy hair. Like, bro.
Yo, take the bonnet off your asshole, man. I want to eat your ass.
You in there, you banging away. You're like, what is She's like, that's a bobby pin, stupid. You should have took that out earlier. You're like, it got in my eye.
You gotta buy your shorty satin panty liners.
Oh man. You guys are laughing because you're like, oh, these are Meryl and nasty. This is what your grandma was doing, my nigga.
Facts.
Okay.
Think about it. You think your
Think
grandma was
about
up in the shower with her leg up on the wall shaving the choach? Nope.
You okay? Tito Puente was probably like giving your grandma back shots and spitting her butthole. Like,
Nigga, what? That nigga was beating her up like kimbara.
Just
like,
slapping
all
them
up in the
cheeks. Just slapping them cheeks like drums. Like,
Yo.
Like, yo.
Yeah. Hey, yo, for those of y'all that don't know, if you watch Tito Puente play the drums, he makes like wild orgasm faces the entire time. So he's just cracking your titi's back, bro. Like, sticking his tongue out and shit, biting his lip. Bro,
Like,
he did that.
Man, you don't want those. You don't want those. You're like, no, my grandma, she would have never done that.
Psych, you thought. She got
Like,
Eiffel
no.
Towered by Smokey Robinson and Tito Puente.
Okay. Meanwhile, your grandmother, she's just like, you go ask her. Be like, oh, grandma, or depending on your age, your great grandmother, or if you're from the Bronx, your great grandmother, who happens to be 27, and
Has
she's
color
like,
photos.
Grandma, you ever? She'd be like, yes, Nino, yes. Like, grandma, did you ever? How do you say? You ever slept with Tito Puente? And so she's gonna go,
Oh, wow. Hey. Well, you know.
She's gonna look away, and then as she's looking away, you just start hearing in the background like,
well, you know, and that's what I say to him, you know. Oh, yeah, no.
just your grandma meeting Tito Puente at the door with a Virginia Slim and a house coat. Like, there's nothing underneath this, Poppy.
Hey.
Like,
Yo, follow me to the beaded curtain, Poppy.
But back then, because women knew how to treat men, of course, she would provide him with a meal and wash his clothes before they had sex.
Bro, fam. Susio incoming. Browse and
Let's
Pino. Browse and Pino. You know what I'm saying? In the MILF category, you dig? You know what I'm saying? Happened upon the scene. That kind of like, it talks about a little bit what you just said. Like, Shorty was just like undressing homie, and I was just like, when are y'all gonna fuck? She's like, and she says like, this is the hottest part. It's just undressing a man, treating a man like a man. I was like, yo, this is why. I was like, yo, I gotta beat off to something else. This is toxic masculinity. I was like, if I jerk off to this, I'm part of the problem.
Listen, man.
I can't even beat mommy to Tiana Trump no more until she changed her name.
Wow.
What if she changed her name to Tiana Biden?
That don't hit the same. That do not hit the same. That do not hit the same. You know why we're like, the only Biden I trust is Tiana? Like, you'd be so lost. You'd be like, just hitting Tiana shots, hitting Tiana Biden with back shots. She's like, oh, give me that malarkey. Yeah. Yeah, give me that deck, Jack. Yeah.
She's like,
yeah, take this pussy behind the bar and beat it up. Yeah.
She's like, well, you know.
Yeah, give me that Amtrak. Yeah. You're like,
she's like, I was doing a scene and I had a very hairy choach, and you know, the PAs on the set, they always wanted to touch my hairy choach. Like, yo, what are you talking? Yo, relax.
Biden. Gotta relax.
Yeah.
Gotta relax. But I mean, like, shout out to Jill Biden. She came through in the fishnet stockings, and everyone was like,
yo, she's out here.
Like, is that all it takes? Like, just fishnet stockings?
Fam, like, anything even semi, like, yo, this could be interpreted as sexy. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, niggas jump out the window immediate. Like, yo!
Chicks in the Bronx go and buy cigarettes in fishnet stockings. So I don't understand why that's... They're not body shaming, but sometimes the fishnet stockings ain't for you, ma. So, you know.
Sometimes the fishnet stockings be big enough that you could use them to catch fish. And
that's true.
That's when they're too big.
And then sometimes it's not so much a weight thing. It's more like the quality of the material. Because if the fishnets are super cheap, you're just like, ew, you're cheap. Let me holler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These shits already got holes in them.
She already got kids and shit. It's like, oh.
You.
Damn, your man don't buy you real fishnets, ma? What's up? Let me take you to Joyce Leslie. Wow. Let me show you a better way. Yo,
come with me. I'll show you a brand new spot, yo.
You was a Reebok Vandal. Now you wear Chanel sandals. I made you. Why would I play you? He's like, oh, wow.
Oh, wow, that's deep.
Okay. That's deep. I was like, yeah, that's from Deuteronomy. So,
yeah, I'm 25. I don't understand.
I was like, what? She's like, yeah, I don't get it. Can we play the baby? I'm like, we're not playing the baby in the car, all right?
Again, not again.
She's like, I'm like, what's your favorite hip hop song? She's like, Cry Baby with Megan Thee Stallion and the Baby. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Wow.
She's like, who are your top 5 rappers? She's like, let me see. Ooh, I want to say the Baby.
The Baby.
Lil
NBA
Baby. Youngboy. Little Baby. Ooh,
Young Baby and NBA Baby.
There you go. I'm like, what?
Like, these niggas exist.
But I actually have listened to enough the Baby and Little Baby to tell the difference. And Little Baby, this is the wildest thing I've ever said. Apparently can really rap. And it's the scariest shit I've ever.
Yo, Lil Baby can rap. The Baby can rap when he applies himself. And shout out to Wayno pointed out something that I've been saying in my head, but I never wanted to say it publicly because I was ashamed. This dude Sauce Walker could fucking spit, bro. Like, and these are all like Southern rappers that people are like, yo, they just say like the same shit. They just rap about lean. But I'm just like, nah, this dude got bars. Holy shit. You know what I mean? So the internet has made, vocabulary expand for everybody. You feel me? So
right.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Shout out to Conway. Just dropped the new album, La Machina. And the new Young Stoner Life album with Young Thugger. That's his called. That's the plural of Thugger. Thugger.
Slime season.
And he's got Drake on it. Got Luda, who we know because we interviewed him. Got Rowdy Rebel on it. Nav. I know Miro's big on that. Miro is the head of Nav Hive.
Okay.
Right.
I'm interested in Nav. Like I wouldn't say I'm like a fan of Nav.
Explain.
Like I'm just interested. I'm like, how did this happen?
it's so weird. He's
How did
just
this
there, he's
happen?
just-
Like, you look like you go to Bronx Science, but you're rapping about selling drugs and like shooting niggas and shit like
yeah,
that.
and it's just like it's
and the
weird.
Weeknd is super co-signing it too. Like,
and then even like his cadence and just like his general disposition, he's like, I don't believe this either. You're like,
yeah, like I'm
okay.
bored. Like he really
Yeah.
sounds mad bored, and I'm just like, dog, like, like did somebody wake you up to spit this verse? Like, what is like? It's like that nigga was asleep in the airport on the floor, and somebody woke him up like, yo, you gotta spit this 16 about killing niggas and selling dope. Wipe your glasses down. You gotta get in the booth.
Every time I see Nav, I just think of like some very disappointed immigrant parents. Like, this is what you're doing?
Really? We
Listen,
came here for you to be a doctor.
Your uncle is a dental hygienist. All you have to do is say the word. He got you. He has a service in Mississauga. That was a Canadian reference for y'all. Oh.
Yeah.
Damn it, Ma. I want to do hip hop. We got to do the Broadway play, The Naving. The story of Nav.
The story
That's how
of Nav. Wasn't he on that
discovered
song that
the
was like
Bronco.
everywhere too? That Lemonade shit?
It's a juice. Codeine got me slipping. Do-do-do. Yep.
He was on
Lyrical
that.
Lemonade.
Yep.
Great song. It's at first I was like, nah, I don't like the lyrical part, but then it was like, if it's about lemonade, it's not.
I'm cool with it.
See, it'd be bad if it was like lyrical lemonade and it was just describing how to make lemonade. It was like,
I'd be like, nah,
all right,
nah,
you
nah,
got
nah.
a lemon, you got water. Now add some sugar. I'm like, the
Yo.
song's 30 seconds long.
Yo,
going
wow.
on?
Yo, lemonade. And then they use the lemonade as a popular drink, and it still is as the sample.
But-
Like, oh, wow.
But because it's real hip hop, they got Primo scratching it up, and we're like,
Yeah.
we're excited, but nobody under the age of 35 is also excited.
Nobody.
Lemonade, lemonade. It's not regular scratching. It's like when Primo used to do his extended 2 minutes. Yo, I'm
Oh,
getting busy
yeah.
scratching.
It's like
And as a hip hop,
yeah, it's like the hip hop.
as a hip
guitar
hop
solo.
person, you were just getting like the wild hard on, like more hip hop,
Yo!
more hip hop. You put on you made the straps tighter in your JanSport. You're like, yeah, hip hop till I die, bro.
Yo,
Yeah.
you tighten the strap so tight your armpits start sweating.
Immediately after you run to a tattoo parlor on West 4th Street and get Dilla Forever on your neck, like, yeah, bro, let's fucking go, bro. Hip hop, hip hop, hip hop. The cops gotta call you. They gotta put you in like a holding cell to calm you down. Cause you're just like hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop. They're like,
What do you think it
happened?
is,
They're like,
Petrozuli?
You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
Yeah,
He went to a Rhyme Sayers concert. You hate to see it, bro.
Oh,
You hate to see
man.
it,
Unbelievable.
bro.
This guy was listening
it's-
to Anticon.
Wow. How many lives he's gonna ruin, bro? Just last week I seen a guy OD off of Atmosphere.
Oh my
Scariest shit ever. Scariest shit ever.
Jeez.
You know, I got nervous when remember last time a couple years ago, everybody was starting to sample with the Macklemore, but we avoided that. But now, Jesus fucking Christ, everything.
It's unbelievable. And you know what's the wildest part about this whole thing is I transferred over from Homicide because I'm suffering. I've been going through a little therapy, and I'm in the Homicide division. It's giving me a little PTSD. This is worse. I'm asking for a retransfer back into Homicide. I'd rather see a dead body in an alley that smells like ass than listen to this shit.
Listen, I worked the Happy Land Fire. I watched 5 people burn together and mold into one. Couldn't even tell when one began where the other one. I remember 1993, Edenwald Projects. A mother threw her 4 kids from the 15th floor, and they all splattered in the courtyard. And I thought that was the ugliest thing I ever saw. The other day, Jesus, I can't even fucking talk about it. Jesus fucking Christ. I walk in. This piece of fucking garbage got his 2 kids listening to Logic. Who does that?
Who the fuck? Who the fuck? We got an 8717. We got a guy playing Logic for his kids. Requesting immediate backup.
I love slandering Logic because it's like, people's like, you hate Logic. I'm like, actually, I don't.
I don't hate Logic at all.
I don't hate Logic. It just makes
like-
you people very upset.
Yeah,
So.
yo, this is what y'all gotta understand. We're not slandering the artists. We're slandering the stands. The stands are the stands are what make you hate an artist. Like honestly, all the Eminem shit, bro. Like I would just like Eminem. Like the shit is not in my radar, bro. It's not in my world. Like my kids don't listen to that shit. My wife don't listen to that shit. Nobody I know listens to that shit. It's just the stands are fucking incorrigible, fam. Like it's just like, bro, leave me alone, dog. Let me have my own musical taste, nigga. Damn.
Listen, I'll take it even further. It's not about the stands. I just like causing trouble. So that's all it is. I don't give a shit. People was like, well, how do you think Lumidee is better than the Beatles? I was like, nigga, I don't give a shit about that. I'm not even checking the mentions for that. I just press retweet. I just do this shit to keep the timeline.
Ah, you mad?
I was like, you people think I really care? I have so much shit going on in my life. The shit you people think I care about, I don't give two shits about. I don't even give a fuck about this. I don't give a fuck about that. Like, even with like when they were just like, where's the podcast? Where's the podcast? I was like, yeah, like I know you guys enjoy the podcast, but veteran Bodega Hive knows there was once a year.
Yes.
There was no podcast episodes. A year.
Calendar year.
And that means y'all were putting the little stupid emojis in our Instagram shit, and we were ignoring it. So if we did a year of that, listen, baby, don't play with the stove.
We'll turn
That's
the
all I'm
car
saying.
right back around.
Don't play with the stove because you're going to get burned, all right? You enjoy the podcast when the podcast comes out. You don't ask for the podcast. We are your sugar daddies. You get that?
You know what I'm saying?
We're not good sugar daddies. We give you money when we want to give you money. You don't come asking for a shit because you haven't done it. No, I don't know what I'm talking about. I know nothing about sugar daddy relationships. Like that's not how sugar daddies
haven't
work.
eaten my ass.
There you go. Listen, baby, I've been walking around all day and I ate Chipotle at 9. So you know what? I'm gonna put my legs in the air. You gotta do what you want to do. If you want to get that Birkin bag, she's
Lick
like,
clean.
"Oh, here we go." She gotta get one of those wintergreen shirts. Do they still make shirts? I'm not gonna like since the
think
pandemic.
so.
I lost track of candy. Like I don't know if candies exist anymore or not.
I didn't lose track of candy, but my sense of candy is fucked up now because I go to the 7-Eleven that's like down the block to get Backwoods. And 7-Eleven got all these weird ass varieties of candy. Like it's not regular candy.
Mhm.
They have like Reese's Skittle bites. Like what the fuck is this, nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, Certs probably is out there still. You know what I'm saying? They held us down in junior high school.
Let me find out people on TikTok's making a search challenge. And I'm like, oh wow, they still racist. They're like, look, I'm my grandma. I'm eating certs. They're like, oh fuck you.
Yo, bitch.
Also, if you think about it, like, wow, we was young. We was just sucking on sugar daddies. Wow. Just sucking on long brown things. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. This nigga eating sugar daddy. Wow.
Yo, I feel like
Also,
we
shout out
talked
to
about
sugar daddies in
this, too.
Mississauga. If you want to catch yourself a girl or a woman with benefits, or a guy that has benefits but they're going to his family and he's just going to lie about knowing you, go to sugar daddies, baby.
Yeah.
You know the vibes.
I feel like we talked about those shits, but like those old school candies being mad racist, like the lemon heads, Alexander the Grape, and then there was like the Asian version that was like wild racist. I forgot what they were called.
Cherry heads.
Cherry heads. There you go.
Cherry Clan.
Cherry
And then
Clan.
they
Yeah.
changed it.
Oh
They
boy.
changed it. Yep.
Oh boy.
Fucking vibes. What's the new? I think they should cancel nerds. Nerds has to be racist, right? Can't be calling people nerds.
Yeah. Why aren't they like just change the name to like they already have smart.
They should change the name to they really enjoy anime. That would work.
There you
That
go.
would work.
Boom. Change the name from nerds to Redditor. Redditors.
Also,
Got a delicious box of Redditors.
What is it? Everlasting Gobsmackers?
Gobstoppers?
No, that's a slur. That's a slop. That's a slur right there.
Fucking gobstopper.
This fucking listen. I don't want to tell you anything. That school right there full of gobstoppers.
Full of gobstoppers.
Like,
and if there's
If you're in
one
a nice
thing,
neighborhood, sit.
let me tell you something. If there's one thing I will not have my child to expose to, there's two things: gobstoppers and fucking polygons. My kid will not go to school with a gobstopper or a fucking polygon over my dead body.
Let me get this straight. So they're everlasting. The everlasting gobstop. I don't like that.
Huh?
I'm gonna keep an eye on that.
Yeah. How does something last
911?
forever? Nothing
911?
lasts
Yeah,
forever. Not even cold November rain.
911. There's a gobstopper in my. He's just on my block. He's just standing there.
Yeah.
What do you mean he can't just stand there? This is a nice. He doesn't live here. I've never seen him before. Just send someone out to investigate, Chris. What the fuck?
What are you doing? Niggas been on first name basis with the cops. Hey, Chris. There's a brown
know,
person outside. Can you send 80 cop cars?
In that small town, it's just like that's when you gotta stop the bullshit. Be like, Chris, I know your fucking mother. Send someone out here, all right? You know it's a black guy. Just come over here. I want him off the block. You're like, oh shit, oh shit. So shout out to America. We are back with the shootings. Like literally right now, America. Like no, it's not a good America. Wow, America is going for a quad kill on Call of Duty. I think we might get a nuclear badge.
Yo,
like
they're going hard.
They're going
hard. I'm like, yo, what are y'all doing, bro? Stop. Like, yo, they gotta nerf They got to nerf the game.
Something.
dog.
They got to nerf America.
They got to nerf
Like,
America.
I don't even want to know what America's KD ratio looks like right now.
Yo,
like,
fam.
we going OD.
It's like 7.89.
Yo,
Like, fam.
niggas is shooting. People are shooting up places in public right now like it's a double XP weekend. Like,
No.
chill. Like, no, we're not doing that.
Stop. Happy hour has ended. Like, yo, what the fuck?
Yo, bro, meet me at the 24/7 mosh pit playlist, bro. Let's go. You're like,
Yeah, let's
no,
go, bro.
it's
Like,
not
yo,
real life.
no, bro, stop. God
At this
damn.
point, people were just like, how can we stop? Like, no, we're done. It's done. That Pandora box, the guns is out there, baby.
Yeah,
Like,
you can't close that shit.
At this point, I think the only thing like, and this sounds radical, like, everyone got to get a gun.
Like a stimmy.
Yeah,
Send
everyone
everybody,
gets a gun.
send everybody a sig.
That's a new stimmy. Everyone gets a gun and a stimmy. Yeah.
That's it. Boom.
Boom. Biden guns. Yeah.
And dependents. If you got a dependent, you get another pistol.
Yeah, but then it's like, oh, what if I might have custody of a kid, but the kid doesn't live with me? Who gets the gun?
You got to split custody of the gun.
That would be, you know what? That would not be cool. Because in my head, I'm like, oh, it'd be like GTA. It'd be like, no, people be dying. That's the thing.
Yeah.
'Cause when you get shot with a gun, you don't end up in a hospital and lose $2,000
Dollars?
from your and your weapons. And you
It
just
doesn't just go wasted. And you come out like,
Wasted.
damn.
you come out in perfect condition and just carjack someone in front of the hospital. Like, I've learned nothing. So
I learned absolutely nothing during my hospital stay. I'm going to come out and steal a Faggio.
there he goes. He's going right there. He's getting away at 5 miles per hour. It's like, oh, man. Oof.
The Knicks are 2 games over 500, baby. Let's go.
Let's go. Stop the clock. Stop the clock. They played. Listen, the Knicks beat the Lakers,
Yep.
who beat the Nets.
Transitive property.
Transitive property. Or as I like to say, if P, then Q. Yeah, y'all know that. Yeah, I know it. We're just saying. All I'm saying, because people just like, oh, can the Lakers beat the Nets? Can the Lakers beat the Nets? Yo, I'm just putting it out there. There's a good chance if the Nets meet the Knicks in the first round.
It's quiet.
It's quiet.
Quiet for the Nets.
And everyone's like, no, that's not possible. But you know what? In the back of your mind, you know it is.
You know
and
it
that shit
is.
scares you.
You know it is.
Because
fans.
if the Knicks beat the Nets in the playoff, nigga, that's the championship
oh
right there.
my God.
Oh my fucking God.
Dog, Like, forget the Yankees. Like, forget obnoxious Yankee fan. Like, that will be, like, that's like nuclear, Super Saiyan, obnoxious. Like, fam, every single tweet, like banners, I'm like everything, dog. I'm getting a Knicks, like the Knicks logo tatted on my face, like Gucci Mane did the ice cream cone. Like, all that. Like, fuck y'all.
Listen, if that happens, we are burning down Barclay.
Straight up.
There we go. There we go.
Yo,
Oh.
we're hijacking the L train, dog, if that happens. The J to Z and the L.
Outside. Also, shout out to the Yankees who are having a little bit of trouble. You know, it's early though. It's early.
It's early
in the
It's
season.
early. You know,
Early in
there's
the season.
1,086 games of baseball
You
left
know
to play.
that. Baseball's so weird because you could start the season stupid hot and then just like fuck up and just not
And
even
totally
make the
blow
playoffs
it.
in August.
Yeah.
Or you could be shitty all year long and then like get hot and then get hot all the way to the
Yep.
finals. Because like you said, it's 18,000 games and you have a lot of games to win. Unless you let Angel Hernandez call the games and then it's just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Does
How does he still have a job?
eyeballs?
How does he still have a job?
Yeah, I don't like. I question that so all the time. And you know what the wildest shit is? They have computers.
Mm-hmm.
They have computers on deck, fam. Like, just get these motherfuckers out of here. Like, what is it? Nostalgia? Like, you don't need these motherfuckers. Like, a computer will tell you that was a strike, no doubt about it. Like,
If anything, they need to let me see. Actually, no. I feel like MLB umpires are the reason cops get away with shooting people. Because the cops are like, yo, I made a mistake. Look at your man. Your man ruined a perfect game. He still works here. Look, what the fuck? And they're like, that's true. That is true.
yeah.
That is-
man.
that is-
It's the Angel, the Angel Hernandez clause.
They're like, did you compare a cop murdering someone who's unarmed to a perfect game? I was like, yeah. It was a perfect game. What the fuck, bro?
Yeah. So I mean,
They made a documentary about it, bro. Like, look
So-
it up, bro. How do you feel? Ow.
Yo. Oh my god. Yo, I'm gonna as soon as we finish, I'm gonna listen to that Young Thug shit. And like,
It's cool. I mean, like
Smoke a blunt to
it's
my
one of
nose.
those things where the songs that has artists you'll enjoy more, and then they'll have like new artists like I don't want to hear them,
Yeah, I
but
don't
eventually those grow on you. Because if you look at some of the earlier stuff, the new artists were like young, Little Durk and stuff like that. Like people were just like, yeah, who the fuck is this? And now you're just like, I love this guy.
I love Lil
love
Durk.
this guy. I love this guy. He stays with the Draco. He's gonna shoot the guy that shot King Von. And you're like, you know what? I really shouldn't be rooting for that, but he said it. He said it, and yeah. And the guy that shot him, he keeps wearing the same outfits as all the people around him because he knows niggas is coming for him. So,
Nigga got
That's it.
body doubles?
yeah, that's it. When you have beef and you're either gonna fight someone or you know niggas gonna fight you, your day is different. Your day is you wake up on 10. Think about it. When you was gonna go to school and you have beef and you know there's either you were fighting today or there was a chance you was gonna get jumped.
Yep.
But you was like, you know what? If niggas come and you might be like, all right, niggas gonna jump me. You go in the kitchen, you get that kitchen knife. Like, all right, think I'm going out like that? All right, I got something for you.
You thought?
You know, and you just the whole time, every time you walk into the halls, just slow motion. You're like, all right, we could do this. We could do this. Like,
Listen, I did not. My whole shit was just like, yo, listen, fam. Before we come to blows, I just want you to know that I'm not gonna square up and like box you. I'm just gonna try to kill you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm gonna use my surroundings. I'm gonna use a lock and a sock. I'm gonna call my friend Caesar that you don't see coming to push you down the stairs, and then I'm gonna just grab on to the handrails of the stairs, the banisters, and I'm going to jump down and land on you with both feet using all my body weight, hopefully puncturing a lung. You know what I'm saying? And if that doesn't work, I'm going to stick my thumb in your eye until you scream like an infant. All of that shit has never failed me in a fight. You know what I'm saying? All the dubs I got is because of that. You know what I'm saying? Fighting dirty.
fighting dirty. They're
Okay.
fighting dirty. Oh wow, they're throwing stuff on the crowd. They're throwing stuff on the field in Yankee Stadium because they're very upset with the team. Jesus.
Oh no. Oh no.
Wow. Nah, that's the you know what it is? It's like people are like, oh, Yankee fans are terrible. You have to remember the Yankee fans that are at Yankee Stadium right now are extra terrible. Buller. That's not a word, but we have to look for that.
No, they are.
Because
it is a word now.
Because they have enough money to get tested to go to Yankee Stadium on top of the ticket prices.
Yep.
And we all know, and I'm not hitting the problematic like after this. We all know Yankee fans were the biggest population of anti-vaxxers and non-mask wearers on the East Coast. Do not question me on that. You know that. You fucking know that. You know they wasn't. Because all Yankee fans are like ex-cops. So you know they wasn't wearing masks. You see them at Yankee Stadium, they got the mask down. Tony Tutuola over there is not vaccinated.
Not at all.
Like, you know that. Come on, bro.
Yo, bro, I don't even know. What do they put in that shit?
Oh, so wait. So I'm gonna let a man put a prick in me? You know what we call that where I'm from? You're like, okay, relax. Relax.
Hey. Yeah, remember Vito from The Sopranos?
Yeah.
I look like him?
Okay.
Fuck out of here.
Also, I'm just saying, if more of these Yankees would like listen to instructions, they wouldn't have so many problems. You capiche? You're like, oh wow.
Wow.
I love Derek Jeter, but just his white side. You're like,
Now they're saying the same shit about Aaron Judge.
you're like, wow. That's a hot take there.
Yeah. God damn. Yeah, the Yankees are getting spanked. Holy moly, guacamole. 8-2, bottom of the ninth. Woo!
Hate to see it.
Yeah,
But
hate
I
to see it.
mean,
but 1,028 more games left, so it's fine.
yeah. And people just like, oh, the Yankees, you guys since 2009, every year they're gonna win the World Series. It's like, don't you do that for your team as well?
Man,
Like,
doesn't
shouldn't that
every
be-
fan of every team do that?
Yeah.
Like, there's a
Who
Sacramento
starts the team
Kings-
as like, yo, bro, like we'll be lucky to make the playoffs. Like, I'm a Knicks fan. I've never said that.
For real. Like,
Also, I do a lot of drugs, so
Yeah, also. Yeah, that's true. But there's somebody in fucking Kansas City woke up and was just like, yo, you know what? Royals, World Series. It's going down. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What could you tell them? They're confident.
Always be Royals. Ow. The Yankees would be fine.
Yeah, they'll be all right. Who cares, bro? They
Except
fucking
they
make the
won't.
wild card.
Except they won't. Except for that time. I remember the time they was stupid hot, and then they lost to the White Sox in not even like the fucking like the first round of the
Yeah.
playoff. They couldn't hit the ball. And I remember it was like Murderers Row plus Cano. It was stacked.
Yeah.
And they could not. They couldn't hit the.
And that's when the
fucking
White
ball,
Sox
bro.
won the World Series, by the way.
And that's when I think who was it? Gary Sheffield collided with someone in the outfield on the wall, and it was just a mess.
Yeah.
Just a mess, bro.
Disastrous.
I remember.
That was
'Cause I was
painful.
watching on my 5th floor apartment day bed, and I was upset. I was like, "What is this shit?"
I was watching that shit on a fucking 13-inch Sony Trinitron.
Yo. That was back in New York when the only way we found out about news, you had to run to a local appliance store and look at the TV.
Yeah, in the window.
That's how we always found out about. That's how I found out when JFK got shot.
Yep.
That's how I found out.
The OJ
when,
verdict, all that shit.
Remember we was watching that to find out about the blackout, and we're
Yep.
standing there, and somebody was like, "Yo, there's no TVs on because there's a blackout." And it was like,
Oh shit! Damn,
Oh,
you
shit.
right.
yeah, damn."
They don't got a
We've been standing
generator.
here for We've been standing here for 2 hours. Shit,
Shit, bro.
I should have walked home. Damn. Wow.
Yeah.
Friday Night Lights. Oh shit, Nick came tonight. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. Woo.
I'm ready. My
It's gonna be
body's
great.
ready.
It's gonna be great when the Knicks win the championship this year. I'm putting it out there. Putting it out there.
It's happening.
It's happening. You gotta
Remember
wish it.
'99? Nobody believed. They were 8th seed, went all the way to the finals.
That's right. That's right.
Just saying.
And at least you know what? At least the Knicks aren't losing games like because they're like the Knicks have lost heartbreaking games this season, but it's not heartbreaking like we're down by 4, we're doing tic tac fouls left and right till there's 13 seconds left on the clock, and then ISO mellow like
yeah, no.
come on, bro.
Now it's just like, now we're getting hosed by refs. Like weird shit is happening, like weird bounces, and like as I said before, all you motherfuckers rooting for the Nets and shit. Shout out to the Sixers, whatever, whatever. But the Knicks are literally like covering the spread every time, bro. Like I never thought I would see the day. Like this team is supposed to beat the Knicks by 28 points, and the Knicks either win or lose by like a point at the final possession type shit. You know what I'm saying? Drew
Cover the
LeBronius
spread.
Randle. I'm saying it right now. MVP.
Covering the spread. It's important in the betting world. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta do it.
Get that shit going. You know
It's
what I'm saying? They don't cover-
as a Knicks fan, it's important too, because it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like it keeps your morale up.
Oh shit! I forgot. Another person died. Prince Philip.
Yeah, R.I.P. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P.
Rest in piss. Prince Philip.
Bozo.
Bozo. Okay. and I say that in honor of my late Aunt Tat, who died in 1993, and she hated the royal family so fucking much. And she lived in England, so she was allowed. And she always used to be like, Don, they are on the dole. They are stealing from the British people. And I was like, I'm here from America. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I don't know what that means.
I was like, also, I'm going to need cold cuts. And she was like, what the fuck are cold cuts? I was like, what'd you put in a sandwich? She's like, luncheon meat? I was like, what? That's not what it's called. What's wrong with you? What is this? What are you, the monarchy? Who calls it luncheon meat? Like,
He
So-
said, fuck the monarchy.
she said, fuck the monarchy. Listen.
Fuck
All my
monarchy.
cousins hate because they just take. They just take from the British government. They take money for their upkeep and their Range Rovers and all that
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
They got stolen jewels that they took from Africa. They've decimated black culture by colonizing how many countries? And then they got the nerve to be like, Pax Britannica, beans and toast, mate. Oh, we're just an old family just trying to get by. And Meghan Markle she's sassing. It's like, no, that's not what y'all was doing.
Nah,
y'all
bro.
was flying, y'all was driving boats around the world, shackling people, destroying governments,
Talk
and
about it.
stealing gems. Look at you. And now they're doing the thing where like you had the guy in your neighborhood who used to be a terror. You guy used to just be shooting up in the middle of the block on like after school. There's kids out and he's like shooting at niggas. He's stealing cars, punching old ladies in the face. Then, you know what I'm saying? He gets older, has some kids. He mellows out.
Now he's
and
washed.
now, now he's washed. Now he just be on the court. He be on the block playing dominoes and shit. And everyone's like, oh, that's Poppy. He's so lovable. Oh my God, he's such a good guy. He's like a grandfather. He loves his kids. But then some nigga that went to jail 20 years ago, been in jail for 20 years and got this guy on his mind. And is like, no matter what, I'm a Domington this nigga when I see him. And now your abuelo, he's bleeding out for the bodega. And everyone's like, why would he do that? He was such a good guy. He was such a good guy. And you find out the guy's like, yo, he punched my mother in the face with a brick in 1987. You're like, oh.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And then he cut our leg off with a machete.
What?
Like, yeah, that's your Theo.
Abuelo Stevie, is that true? He's like, bro, I used to get it in, bro. Bro.
Then I turned
Bro,
to
turn me on my side. I got some Werther's Originals on my pocket and they're hurting. So, when you see an old man, I know we're always like, oh, old people, they're so cool. They're so lovely. No. I would say something like 90% of old people are terrible. Because you got to do the math. Most people are terrible. And who lives the long age? Terrible people.
That's true.
So, old people, and then also you see old people, they every now and then you talk to them, they be like, oh, thank you. But every now and then, like, they be cranky. Those are real old people. Those are old people who, it's like when you get a dog and the dog is like, becomes domesticated. And he's like, oh, I'm so good. No. Feral old people are not nice and they will stab you or bite you. So that's my warning, I guess.
Listen, so when you walking past Daytop, cross the street. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. Don't fall for it. You see one of them, you be like,
yeah, fuck out of here.
Because you make that noise, they're going to be scared. You're like, oh, shit.
They threw a decoy.
All these old people. How come we've never had a rapper that just rapped for old people. We're going to need that eventually because soon, like, the hip-hop generation is getting older. So we need rappers that are rapping about old people stuff, talking about like, yo, catch me on my hover round as I get around, that kind of shit. Like, yo, I fell off the ladder while I was cleaning these gutters. Wow, I broke a hip, had a hip. They're going to have the Ice Out medical alert bracelet. Like
wow.
Yeah.
That's how you living? That's how you living now?
I said, how you got a Richard Millie medical alert bracelet? They're like, yo, this is one of one. This is one of one, bro. This shit got $70,000 worth of gems in it. You fall and you press it and the EMS comes and like, yoink. I'm like, give my watch back.
Yo, stop.
He took my watch. Your girl's like, where'd you get that watch from? I'm like, Drake sent it to me. She's like, it smells like gold. I'm like, yeah, that's how it smells in Canada. So,
it's like it's icy. That's why it's icy and it's hot. That's like it's like a thing now.
You just watching the news. They're like, Richard Millie's grandfather was robbed today. I'm like, shit.
Oh fuck.
They're like, have you seen this watch? You just turn the channel real quick. Like,
hey. Let's see what Kevin James is doing in Queens.
A new episode of Card Sharks is on. Let's watch. Also, shout out to, did you know they're still doing Intervention, the show? They have brought it back, I think, because of COVID, because it's super easy to do, because you do it through the Zoom. But there's a hot take. I feel like a Zoom intervention is not as effective as a real life intervention.
No, it's not.
Like, if like you're like, yo, this is an intervention, you can just go click leave meeting.
Yeah.
It ain't working.
Literally.
It ain't working. You got to be in the room. Like, imagine someone's reading you the letter and they're like,
yeah, somebody's reading the letter and you're just like,
Grandma, you're muted. Grandma, you're muted. I can't hear what you're saying, Grandma. Grandma, you're muted. Or then someone's like, you ruined. I can't ruin. Like, your connection is.
Tap.
You can't hear you.
You sound like Michael Jackson.
It's really bad. And now after watching Intervention, you could tell within like 5 minutes who's going to the intervention and who's not. Because there's some people who just like, oh my God, thank you so much. I needed this. I just want to get clean. And you're like, oh my God, they wanted the intervention. Then you got the people who come in like, what's up? I'm not cuffing up. What's up? I ain't going. Or the ones that's like, all right, what's going to happen if I don't go? And they're like, we're not going to fuck with you no more. And they're like, really? Oh, really, Mom? You're not going to fuck with me no more?
Word.
All right.
I live here.
I live here. But then the parents be like, nah, we not. Because they had one like 3 weeks ago. The guy was he was like a wild meth head, and he lived with the grandfather. And he even said to the camera, he was like, fam, the drugs have complete control of me. I can't stop myself. Like, I do dumb shit to get the drugs, and I just got to deal with the repercussions afterwards. Because I got to get, and I was like, really? Yo, your man, the grandfather was like, stop stealing my shit. Stop stealing my shit, or I'm going to take you to the cops. Not even 10 minutes after the grandfather leaves, your man goes in the closet, takes 2 guns and the guy's laptops, and takes them to the swap meet. The pawn shop, comes back and smokes meth in the basement in front of a baby with his girlfriend. I just smoking meth. The grandfather, the girlfriend hears the grandfather's keys in the door. It's like, oh shit, your grandfather's here. And the guy's like, oh shit. Let me get another hit. And he's like smoking as he's waiting for the grandfather to come down. And the grandfather's just smacking him around. Just completely smacking him around. The grandfather could kill him if he wanted to. And he's like, you're going to go get my shit. Get in the car. We're going to get my shit. But you can see the grandfather, and this is usually the problem. Right. The grandfather still sees the good in the guy. Yeah. And he doesn't want to get him arrested. He doesn't want to fuck him up. And that's, it's like how drugs decimate the whole family. And it turned out it was the girlfriend was kind of the reason the guy was going hard on the drugs. Because the guy went away to rehab and got clean. The girlfriend went away to a different rehab. She got clean, but when she came back, she relapsed as soon as she got back. And he's been clean for like 3 years. So,
listen, man,
drugs. It be like that.
Listen, B, it's a waterfall, dog. It splashes on everybody, dog. It ain't just you.
Exactly. And listen, it's like shout out to our homegirl Demi Lovato, friend of the brand. You know the vibes. She just went through the wild overdose and like almost died. She can't drive now because like her vision, like she had something happened, like her vision, she can't see at night or some shit like that. Like, and they had to like sew it into her neck, the tubes and shit. Like she made an album. She was real. But she's clean now, and she says she's feeling the best she's ever had. Even though we're supposed to hang with her in LA, I don't know if that's a good idea. That's probably not for the best.
Like yo, you want to light something up? Like, oh no.
Like she's like, ah. I'm like, come on, bro. Like,
just one hit, bro.
It's just us, bro. Come on, Dr. Fauci's right there. Well, actually, I thought about that a lot. Like, I was like, if she grew up with us, she wouldn't do that. But then, I mean, if she just wasn't like a huge fucking pop star singer, she probably wouldn't have. But, there's other things going on. But I was just like, oh, she would have fit perfectly in our crew with like us, Cece, Gene, OJ, Mo, all the people, all the regulars. Like, I could see it. Just at the Tender Trap, at the Flat, just hanging. Yo, Debbie!
Yo, let's link up at Stanton Social.
You know the fucking vibes. Oh shit, Debbie! Yow! But it's all good.
Yeah,
it's all good. Oh man!
Shout out to everybody out there on the journey. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to everyone out there riding the horse.
We're all
riding their own horses, even if it's a wild horse.
The wild stallion.
Riding wild horse. It's a wild horses. And you know what they say about wild horses? They're wild. They're wild. I don't know. I've never been in a barbershop and some guy come and talk about horses. Like, I'd be like, what?
Never.
Imagine you're in a barbershop. He's like, yo, on God, yo, Warhorse could beat Black Stallion. Another guy's like, what? Yo, you fucking wild. Whose man is that?
Bro, never that. Never.
Yo, my dog Black Stallion, he got that, bro. He got that. No L's. They talk about it like the same way people talk about the Lakers versus the Nets. Like, yo. So you know the fucking vibes. But episode 239 of the most illustrious and radioactive, cocaine-fueled and hair-pussied podcast. You know the vibes. It's your boy Jesus Nice, a.k.a. Young Chipotle, a.k.a. Pocket State Fat like Tyrio, a.k.a. Pocket State Fat like, here we go. Slow it down, might know you, bitch. Young Day Party, Young Hot Take, DJ Fuego, Mr. Nando's with a Rondo. 1994, the El Mikhail going off, the Juve boss, MC Luka Gunga P, putting up for 40 with your shorty. You know the vibes. Don't talk to me in the Uber pool because I don't know you and I'm not John Boehner. You know the vibes. The original, my plus one, not a plus one. So don't make a fuss, son. Okay? Also, just put us in the breakout room. It's a Zoom virtual conference. Why is there even an attendance limit? What's going on?
Like, come on now.
Grow up.
You don't got premium?
Jesus Rossi and the Jamaican Jew, Jermaine Avocado Toast, Young Pa, the Ghost of Mufasa, Young Chakuni at the Coonery, a.k.a. Chili Limon, left-handed reliever for the Yankees. Girl, okay.
Papi, we're going all the way this year, Papi. We got 1,000 games left.
You know the vibes. Let's go to the club. I heard Dubin's performing. It's going to be good. 3 Phone Joes, Jesus X Machina, J Chuckle, Stanley Cups, 3 Human Doctor, Bahana's label. Dalu. Mm-hmm. 3 times, baby. Leonardo Trapio. Ooh, Mr. 240 P, because I like my Pinot. As I like to clear. Blurry. Little hairy pussy on there. You know what I'm saying? Just a little extra right there. Back when they used to call pussy cock. Yeah. You know, the fucking vibes. Like, they don't do that anymore. And it's sad. It's upsetting to me and my homegirl because if you can't call pussy cock, what can you call it?
What can you call it, baby?
Huh? What do you call it? It's just disgusting. It just makes me sick. It makes you sick, and you know, it's just
sad state of affairs, brother.
it's a sad state of affairs, and it's just not it's not doable, bro. It's just not sustainable. Well, that's it, bro. It's DJ Woolite, aka you're listening to Washed FM. All right, we were talking about real lyrics earlier. And you know what? All right, lately I have not been bringing the heat with Washed FM. I have not been making people uncomfortable with my hip-hop lyrical knowledge. So you know what? I think we're going to bring it back to a group that y'all people don't respect in hip-hop. They were never on the XXL freshman cover. They never get mentioned.
Never.
But you know what? We like them. You know why? Because they are just one of the greatest groups ever. Actually, they're not one of the greatest groups ever. I don't think they're in like top 10. But
Subjective.
you know the vibes.
Oh shit.
You guys get it?
What? Woo.
That's right. Give it up for the GOATs.
Yeah.
An alternative hip-hop group from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
What?
Shout out to Gaga, Odie Kato. That's real hip-hop right there. That's
Real hip-hop.
That's hip. Y'all not ready for that.
That's
Y'all
the
not ready
deepest of deep cuts.
Okay. The Curry Goat, Diesel Spicer, Jamal Hasper, and the Bronx Dion. Ray and Nephew's nephew, the Moreno, you cannot contain him. The human meme, word to Ja. Young Aaron, the recent provocateur, Hedwig Bloodcoast, Nelson Bangdella, Sergio Can't See Me, Vladimir Buffin, the human word is melting in your mouth. Mr. Bex on Decadent, Ricky Tiki Squabby, Greg Popovich, Morris Chestnut, Mahatma Gandhi, not Magaby, but I got a cucumber, not Magaby, but I got a cucumber, not Magaby, but I got a cucumber early in the morning. The juices are pressed, but your boy never is. I am the art, damn it. The Dundada Ganoush, no more cup of news. The Prince of Peckham, Fashion Over Casanova. We make cent 5 cent, 10 cent dollar. Forget the small change, give me. Big money one. The only anthem I salute is Dipset. Mr. Sack, catch me at square one, top left. Mr. Rizzuto, holy cow. Mrs. Softpaws, all I do is count checks and jerk off. Yo, we got OJ, Purple Stuff, Soda, and what's that back there? It's me, Sonny D. David Yurman, Jesus Spencer, Jesus Red Bottoms, Jesus Bloody Shoes. Smokeem Noah, Andrew Coonanen, a.k.a. the Junior, Energy God Jr., come sit down, Palmy Charger. Come here, cause I got your bitch on freeze. The top of the gossip is Sayasha. Shout out to the 11791. I'm going to the Rangers game because I got double tested, and guess what? I'm anti-vax, so whatever, bro. Yeah. How the fuck I look wearing a mask? What am I, Jason? I'm not wearing that shit. Get the fuck out of here. What are you, some kind of fuck out of here? Wearing a mask? What are you, going to Halloween? You going trick-or-treating? Get the fuck out of here.
Polygon?
A.K.A. Grandpa Joe, because when you see Charlie, you see me. Don't touch that golden ticket. It's your man, Dead-Eye Jesus, Morning Sheriff. It's the shopping that street easy with a bad breezy like I'm easy. Please believe me, the black Asiatic who'll crack your back like an automatic craft medic. Mr. La Marina and the Metro Marina with a fresh misdemeanor and a cold demeanor. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Sheet mask killer. No one could be iller. The Black Zach more support more. Young KPI. It's your own personal Jesus. A.K.A. the Pele Peloton, JPI Queso, Inspector Terradec, Nickelback Sarkozy, and the new one. It's your boy James Paxton. You know what I'm saying? Actually, James Vaxton, because I got double shot, bro. You know the vibes with a vengeance. A.K.A. your problematic bait. It's not a secret family if you don't get them vaccinated.
Right.
Okay. Up next, coming to the stage. By God, that's Kid Mero's music.
My God, goddamn. It's your motherfucking boy, the Kid Mero, a.k.a. the Human Durag, a.k.a. Donovan McDabb, a.k.a. Curve Gotti, a.k.a. Triz Khalifa, a.k.a. Skirt Loader, jump the curb at your motherfucking dog, keep it moving, ask me if I give a fuck. The leash was less than 6 feet long, stupid. Dogs can carry COVID. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's factual, but you know what I'm saying?
It's true.
I think it's true. You know what I'm saying? A.k.a. I no fucking baby, I'm fucking man, my nigga, you know what I'm saying? A.k.a. no need to check the motherfucking guest list because I'm on it. Double vaxxed up, baby. We in there. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about who I'm coming with, motherfucker, because they got vaccines too. I got stickers for everybody. Suck my dick. You know what I'm saying? A.k.a. CC Dab Bathia. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the basement. You know what I'm saying? Hitting concentrated dabs of THC, baby. You know what I'm saying? A.k.a. Tiger Backwoods. You know what I'm saying? Smoke a 3-gram blunt and hit you with this 9 iron. You know what I mean? A.k.a. getting into this money and this smoke. It's your boy Goldman Schmack. A.k.a. Mensch Montana, huh? I went from roaches to deers in my backyard. I think I've done pretty well for myself as an orthodontist in Bergen County. Thank you. A.k.a. I got my kids motherfucking in the battle for the 5th starting rotation in the Yankees pitching lineup because I'm the motherfucking dad of the year. You know what I'm saying? We connected. You know what I'm saying? AKA Ben Smack Biombo, AKA Diego Maradona, AKA Dikenya Bembo, you know, come in this pussy no more. This pussy belong to me. You know what? In hindsight, it does not belong to me in any capacity. It belongs. It is yours and yours alone. Therefore, I must request access and consent from you. Like you. AKA Barrel Santana, so smooth. I fall asleep at the wheel and crash a zip car. You know what I'm saying? AKA this Dominican Don Dada Duckman Daddy. AKA I'm gonna swipe my card again. There's definitely money in it. Stop trying to play me before I call your manager that DVRs the show and embarrass you, my nigga. Don't worry about how smacked I am. Just put the fucking Twizzlers in the back and let's go. I'm not trying to be outside around people. You know what I'm saying? AKA Romeo Santos. Tu favorito, mami. Wow, let me black out. Yo, we starting a live show soon, so you know that thing. What that means, the titi's not safe. I'm gonna eat that butt. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. AKA Tom Brady, got my balls more deflated than Bobby Crafts. You know what I'm saying? Going for ring number 8. You know what I'm saying? AKA Light El Dutchie. Hello. Is it weed you're looking for? I can see it in the eye that you've been coronavirus. So I cannot share this blood with you. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? AKA Lil Snoozy Vert, first nigga to tap out on live, been social distancing pre-Rona, aka Field the Ass Tyson, I won't exploit you, but Cosmos, consensually, of course, aka Fernando Messi, MVP of Gelato, aka Zeno Bennyfield. I gotta get some sticks. I gotta get some sticks. You know what I'm saying? AKA Joe Hookah. I dare you.
Say what?
To spot me at Mama Sushi. They're open at 120 capacity. You know what I'm saying? Only spot uptown, 120% capacity. You know what I'm saying? Cuomo's desperate. You feel me? He's about to legalize crack. You know what I'm saying? AKA, I'll open your medicine cabinet. You know who the fuck it is, boy. It's the Zen Man. It's gonna be the AKA Rico Sabroso, AKA Baby Dupo 25 niggas got garbage down the way. AKA Nino Brown. Shut the Carter down for sanitization. We'll be right back up selling the cruelties that look like hippo teeth. You know what I'm saying? AKA Professor Hornell West. You know what I'm saying? Sucio Gang. You know what I'm saying? AKA you're live harassing patrons outside Madison Square Garden because their Knicks are back. It's the East Stream on Stevie B doing all his greatest hits by the Port Authority station like I Wanna Be the One You Think is Fucking and Dope Sick Love. Don't let me leave. You know what I'm saying? AKA I'm Mike Francis. I'm never gonna fail. You know what I'm saying? AKA mate, it's a weekly occurrence that I have to remind you fools, you chuds, that there's only 2 rock stars left in the world, mate. The Bodega Boys, of which I am one. The plantain's sleeping over in the sky. Someday you will find me smoking weed on Dreamer. And I'm not wearing a mask anymore because the pandemic is over. Just kidding. Just kidding. Keep your mask on. Stop playing. It's not a game.
Keep in mind, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Stop fucking around. AKA, back at it, blazing trails and right runs pack. It's Barbelos Anthony. You know what I'm saying?
For 3.
Bang! You know what I'm saying? If you see me at Target, dog, let me every week, dog. If you see me at Target, higher than the shit that's at BJ's that's wrapped in plastic on a pallet, do not approach me. Because I might react like an earth-sign mammal. And you're not going to like that. You know what I'm saying? You might get clapped. You know what I'm saying? And, a.k.a. Tom Petty and the Ball Breakers, because every time I'm in a Zoom, baby, I'm free balling. I'm letting my nuts hang. You know what I'm saying? A.k.a. Soul Favorite Clean, your favorite SoundCloud rapper. He is now digesting the remnants of the Bolt 24 that I got left in my garage and antifreeze. So good luck, Lil whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? AKA Whoa, hey kids, it's Benzo the Clown. Hire me for your kid's birthday party. We're back. The world is back open, so we can be in person again. Mr. Funfun is very excited about that. Right, Mr. Funfun?
Yeah, listen, I'm over here. You kids gonna get the shot? Like, listen, you kids line up. I'm giving shots out. You kids, hey, all right.
Is it, Mr. Funfun, is it Moderna? Is it Pfizer?
No, it's uncut.
Oh my God! Oh God! Get in the car, Mr. Funfun. We gotta go. We gotta get out of here. We gotta go. Let's go.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
You're just a jerk. I mean, you're really just stupid. I mean, it's not even clever or funny or anything. It's just dumb.
AKA, papi. You know what that it is? If you have SAP, put it on right now, please. Hassan, tírame la pista, coño. Oye, que lo que va llegó el hijo, coño, de Tito y FIFA, coño, más loco, todo bajando con la pámpara prendida. No me des cotorre, que el palo que tiene Tito te tumbo el coco, mamá huevo. 24 quilates en la mano, la para la grasa. Dime que tú te buscaste. Yo vi todito su guaremate, coño. Shout out a casa, Showtime, shout out Cash App, shout out Hassan Hussein. El que pone la fucking nota. Shout out, this is bueno, la nota de Marquina, number 1. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, Víctor Marte, el papi de la lady. Se peló, señorita. Está con la melena perita. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, la nena de la bodega, Dai, la más dura de la planta, la insuperable. Shout out, mi presidente Pío, suelta esa vaina que el secretario de defensa está activo con el cañón, que lo suelto, dime que lo hago. You know what I'm saying? Llegó mi hermanito Freaky. 2 años por esa boca floja y yo no corro con palomo. Que descanse para mi hermanito Sexor y mi hermano Chawi. Que está en la casa, lávate la mano, ponte tu vacunita y para que estamos, para que tenés un verano, tú sabes, heavy. Me quité, ya. That's it, baby. 239.
Oh.
Let's go.
Episode 239, the most dangerous podcast in the world. You know the vibes. Back at it. Here's your fucking podcast episode you guys have been bothering about. Enjoy it. You know what? Enjoy it in little bites. Don't take it all at once because you don't know when the next one's coming, bro. All right? Also, much like the vaccine, you cannot get another podcast for 2 weeks after listening to this. So listen, don't fuck it up, baby. Don't fuck it up. We're checking cards at the next one. Until then, we out. Peace.